What's your favorite story? It could be from a book, a movie, a TV show, or even a real life experience. Why do you think this story stuck with you? Stories are powerful, and that is what I'll be discussing today and for the rest of this month. Hello, my friend. My name is Eyum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I share with you the information and the inspiration that you need to overcome adversity. And in this month of March, I'll be speaking on what I title Your Life Can Be a Great Story. Your life can be a great story. Yes, you that is listening to me, your life can be a great story. And today I want to speak specifically on what's your story. You know, when you meet people for the first time, after we exchange greetings, hello, how are you, and all that, the next thing probably is to tell me about yourself. Or even when you go for an interview, they want to know a bit about you. Tell me about yourself. In other words, tell me about yourself is tell me your story. What's the story of your life? If I'm meeting you on a friendly basis, I want to know about your family. Who are you? What do you love? Where have you been? What have you done? And all what not. And that is the story of your life. So each time somebody is asking you, tell me about yourself, just know that they are asking to know more about your story. Why do you think we do that? We do that because stories connect us emotionally. The easiest way to connect with a person is through their stories. For instance, if you know what I have been through, you know what I love, you know where I like to go to, you know how I like to spend my leisure time, we can easily connect because you can relate with my stories. Stories connect us emotionally. They inspire us. You discover that you learn and remember things better through stories. So that is why stories are powerful. So what is your story? Is it full of drama, tragedy, pain, and regret? Or is it an interesting one that is full of fun and it's fulfilling? But you know what? Every human being have a bit of both sides in their stories. If you have lived long enough, you will discover that as your life unfolds, there will be some bit of drama, there will be some bit of pain, and there will also be some bit of fun. But the truth is that we have a good part to play in the creating and the unfolding of our stories. We all desire that our life matter and that our stories be significant. But the question is, are you putting yourself down or are you allowing others to put you down? Because when you downplay yourself and you think your life does not matter, even though inwardly you know that you really want your life to matter and you know that you want your stories to be significant, but are you putting yourself down, downplaying everything about you and thinking that, oh, I'm just this, I'm just that? Or are you allowing others to put you down? I once heard the story of a couple. The man is a working class man and the wife is a full-time mom because they have young kids and she needed to stay at home to take care of the kids. And every evening when the man returns back, he complain, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, it was so hectic at work today. I'm exhausted. And when the wife also say, oh, I'm also tired, he will look at her and say, tired? What, you've been at home all day, so what are you tired? What were you doing? And even when the wife tries to explain, he doesn't seem to understand. So one day when he went to work, the wife decided that, okay, I'm going to show my husband what I do at home. So she decided she was not going to do any house chores that day. She made sure there was food for the kids to eat, but she did not bathe them. They ate, they messed up everywhere, turned the plates upside down, the kitchen was upside down, the sitting room was in a big mess. And you know, little kids, when they eat, they smash themselves with the food. And the house was in that situation until the man got back in the evening. And as soon as he opened the door, he screamed, what's happening here? Why is everywhere like this? And the wife got out of bed and just smiled and said, You say I don't do anything at home. So I wanted you to see what the house would be like if I don't do anything. And it was then he realized that even though the wife is a full-time mom, she's as relevant and as important to him and the family as he also is in going out to get the money. So I tell you this story to let you know that everyone's life is significant and all our stories matter. But when I ask what is your story, I'm also asking what are you doing intentionally about making your life count, about making your life matter. And another thing again that can also knock us out of our story is when we go through adversities, when we go through painful experiences. Adversities sometimes have a way of knocking us out of our story. It's one of those things that can make us feel insignificant because we go through some experiences that make us see ourselves as not of any importance in the world any longer. We go through some experiences that want to bend our head in shame and no longer live our life to the fullest. And that is why I'm doing this series. Your life can be a great story. Because the truth is that adversity can become a catalyst for a great story in your life. I remember many years ago when I came to Europe to have my daughter, and she was born with very severe disabilities. I thought my world had come to an end, and I didn't know that anything can still come out of my life. But in doing some of the things that I'll be sharing with you in the course of this month, I discovered that I can also make my life a great story. And that incident that was meant to put an end to your story can become the catalyst for a great story in your life. So once again, what is your story? I want you to know that you are the author of your life, and you can fill the pages of your life with the stories that you want to be told about you. I remember again my mentor, John C. Maxwell, telling us a story. He said some years ago, somebody gave him a beautiful gift, wrapped, and he couldn't wait to open the gift. And when he opened the gift, he even got more excited because it was a book. And the title of the book is The Greatest Story Ever Told. And he was saying, wow, I can't wait to read this story. What is this greatest story ever told? And when he hurried to open the book, he discovered that the pages of the book were blank. There was nothing in the book except for a note that was written by the person that gave him the gift and said, John, your life is before you. Fill it with kind acts, good thoughts, and matters of your heart. Write a great story with your life. Wow, that is powerful. And when you come to think of it, that is the story of every one of us. Our life is before us. It doesn't matter how long you have lived. You still have life before you as long as you are alive. And you can start today to begin to write the story that you really want your life to tell. Many times we allow our lives to tell the story that people want to tell about us. We allow our life to tell the story that adversity want to tell about us. But what I want you to know today is that you have the power to tell the story that you want your life to tell. Nobody should write the story of your life for you. Nobody should dictate how the story of your life goes. You have that power because you are the author of your life. Yes, you can write the story of your life. You're not the creator of your life. You don't own your life, but the life has been given to you as a gift. And you have the power to write the story that you want your life to write. So if before now, you have been letting people write the story of your life, you have been letting circumstances write the story of your life, I want today to become a turning point in your life where you will tell yourself, no, Eyum, circumstances is not going to write the story of my life, but rather I will use those circumstances to write a beautiful story out of my life. So, what is your story? Okay, let's move on to the next stage now. What do you want your story to be? Up to this point, you didn't realize probably that you could write the story of your life. But now that you know that you are the one that is the author of writing the story of your life, what do you want your story to be? It can be a beautiful story. It can be an adventurous story. It can be an interesting story. It can be an inspiring story. But the responsibility of writing that story lies with you. And that is what I'll be teaching you this month on how you can make your life a great story. And for some people, there's already a story written about your life that is not really a story that you are proud of. It's not a story that you want to be told about you. Do you know that if your life is already filled with some pages of stories that is not what you want to be your story, you can rewrite that story. You can begin to rewrite your story that before you know what is happening, the new story you are writing will overwrite any old story that was written about you. Remember, you have the power to write a great story about yourself, and that will happen by being intentional. So I'm going to stop here and I'll continue on this next week, where I'll be telling you how you can start writing your story or rewriting your story, depending on which category you belong to. So make sure you stay with me throughout this month, because I believe if you will act upon all that I'll be teaching you this month, you will see a great turnaround for good in your life. So once again, let me end by asking this question. What is your story? Is it a story you are proud of? Is it a story that you want to be told about you when you are no longer here? Or is it a story that when they are saying it behind you, you hear it and you smile? Or you hear it and you want to hide your head in shame? No matter what your story has been up to this point, we are going to rewrite that story for good. So make sure you stay with me. So thank you for watching my video. If this has blessed you or inspired you in any form, please hit the subscribe button if you have not already subscribed to this channel. And make sure that you also like this video, share it with a friend, and drop your thoughts. And I will see you again next week. God bless you. Bye.